Hey, Jace Tunnell here. Today I found a couple of box fruit washed up, and I want to tell you about these because they're actually poisonous. They come from a tree called the fish poison tree. So I'm going to tell you a little story about them and what you can do to keep yourself safe. They're actually not from here. Originally, they're from like the Indo-Pacific region, you know, Southeast Asia, Northern Australia, Pacific Islands. But because of the tree and the flower that blooms at nighttime and the way the fruits look, it's become like an ornamental, and so they're all in the Caribbean. And so I'll try to put some photos up to show you that. So that's probably why we're finding them washed up here along the Gulf, and specifically in Texas. The fruit is about the size of a softball, and it looks hard on the outside. It's got 4 different sides to it, which how it gets its name, the box fruit. But the outside's hard, but the inside is spongy. And so one of these I have here, you can really see the fibers and stuff. So it's spongy, and there's a seed on the inside, and that's what's poisonous. And so they're back in cultures a long time ago. Maybe they still do it, I don't know. But I know in looking into these things, because sea beaners, you know, love them. Cultures way back when used to take the seeds out, they would crush them up, and since that's what's poisonous, then they would mix it with water. So then all of a sudden they have this solution of poisonous water that they would put in shallow water. So think low tide areas, maybe rivers or creeks that are real shallow, ponding areas. Okay, now one thing I want to do, I have one of these that is fibrous, it's kind of heavy. I want to be able to cut it open and see if we can get the seed out on the inside. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, there's the seed right in there. Look at that, open right up. You would think this was a coconut. So that's the poisonous seed right there. Boom. Whoa, okay. Who thinks I ought to be wearing gloves? I just thought about that. Okay, now, let's open this sucker up. See what it looks like. Does not smell good. But I mean, it's been in the, who knows how long it's been in the ocean. That's the thing about these, since they're hardy on the outside, these things can get in the ocean currents and literally be out there for years. Some of these I find, and they'll have gooseneck barnacles growing on them, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that's what the poisonous seed looks like right there. That's what they would crush up and mix with water, and then go put that in a shallow area to be able to kill the fish for being able to eat. So the poison doesn't get like into their muscle tissue or anything. It gets into their gills, and it doesn't allow them to get any oxygen. So then they end up floating up, and then the groups people can go out there and pick up the fish, and then they can eat the fish and know they're not going to be poisoned. And the poison breaks down pretty quickly, so it's a real a small area that's impacted, and then, you know, so it doesn't like poison the entire river or something like that, which is good. So this is a pretty rare find to be able to find these on the beach. So I thought I'd show you what they look like, so that next time you're out and you see these things, you'll know what they are. They look similar to coconuts that we find very often here on the Texas coast. But these bach fruits are definitely something that you don't want to take them home and your pet get in them and start chewing on them. That would not end well. So it's a word of caution for you. Okay, hopefully you learned something new on the box fruit, and we'll talk to you next time on Beachcombing. Bye.